Hey everyone, Kenny here again. I'm I'm here to review now the 1958 Alfred Hitchcock thriller Vertigo, starring James Stewart, Kim Novak. First off, I have to say that this has become another one of my favorite thrillers, and it's also a mystery. This also showcases one of Jimmy Stewart's or James Stewart's best performances, and this is probably one of the earliest uh, uses of color photography. I know it was already being used long before this, but this is probably one of the first best uses of color photography, because this also featured a bunch of colorful graphics. Uh, so I think they also used a character generator in this. And this has to do with James Stewart plays this character who has this fear of heights, and he ends up trying to, I guess, follow this wife of this man who is suspected to have a split personality, and she falls into the bay, and James Stewart's character saves her. That's not a spoiler. I'm sure many of us have seen this. And I'm not trying to go into spoilers. And she goes. Kim Novak's character also goes to this like art gallery, grave, some building. She shopping. She goes to these different places when she has when she's in her other personality, and so that puts a really good twist on the story. The story in this is very well crafted, and the writing is very, very witty. Not humor witty, but just it moves at a good pace. So, and the acting is also fantastic. The dialogue is said very well by every actor, not just James. And I would suggest any of you going to see this. Getting this and watching it. I don't think you would regret it. Okay. The split personalities are like she's this man's wife, and then it's like a haze goes over her, and she becomes this other completely different woman. But she was a woman who was alive like in the early 19th century. She died like in 1831 or 1835, very young. And the creepy thing is that she wears a necklace that's the same as in the painting. Her hair is rolled in the same way as the painting. She has this bouquet of flowers that's the same as in the painting. She keeps seeing, sitting in front of at this museum. It said art gallery. It may be an art gallery or a museum, I'm not sure. But she tries so hard to make herself look like the woman that's in that painting. It's uncanny. that's the other personality of her, and it's like she suddenly becomes that. She becomes the woman that's in the painting, and it's believed that the spirit that's in her is a reincarnated lady that died. And then James and Kim Novak's characters start getting to know each other, becoming more than friends. They get really close to each other, like lovers. And see, she goes to this church place. Yeah, a church, goes up into the bell tower, and with James' character being afraid of heights, having vertigo, and what else does he have? Acrophobia. So he has a fear of heights, and it's every time whenever he looks down and his vertigo happens, it's like the camera zooms down, and the perspective of the ground moves up, so that makes it very shaky for him to move. So she kind of I'm not gonna give away what happens. And then it's like she comes back again, but as a completely different woman and a redhead. The way she was before, she was a blonde. This time she's a redhead, and trying to disguise herself, she's the same woman. But her mannerism and her talking and her not language, but her look is very different. So she tries to come off as a completely different woman. And then James becomes close to that person, and he doesn't know it's the same girl that he was with before until later. Then it all comes together at the end. So I would suggest any of you going out to get it. I recommend this to everyone. I probably would give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah, 5 out of 5. So that's it. Bye.